A lot of people tend to ask, what's the process of becoming a nurse? How do I become a nurse? I have a relative, I have a cousin, sister that wants to do nursing, but I don't know how to go about it. So I'm going to make this video. Hello people, welcome to Nurse Everything, where you get your nursing, health and lifestyle tips. Today I'm going to be talking about how to become a nurse in Nigeria, and I'm going to make this video highlighting the various routes and the requirements for each route, the pros and the cons for each route. I'd also like us to note that the requirements may vary with schools. Okay, so as we proceed, I'll give you more information about that. Okay, so basically there are two major routes of becoming a nurse in Nigeria, and the first one is going through a school of nursing, while the second one is going through a university. First of all, we have various schools of nursing in Nigeria in each region, so we have a lot of them. You might want to go and Google schools of nursing in Nigeria. In order to attend a school of nursing, you need 5 credits in your WAEC or NECO in not more than 2 sittings. So once you have your 5 credits in English, in maths, physics, chemistry, biology, you're good to go. Depending on the school you choose, you might have to buy a form. That's a school of nursing form. For example, where I attended, I got a form for 5,000 naira, and that was in 2016. But right now, I think it's going to be around 10,000 or 11,000. So it depends. You make your inquiries. After getting a form, you fill the form, submit, and you'll be writing an exam. Now, most times, depending on the school of nursing, also the exam is kind of similar to your WAEC or probably JAMB exams. So you have a combination of physics, chemistry, biology, and then you have a bit of general nursing questions, but nothing too advanced, so it's just general knowledge. Then sometimes you also have current affairs kind of questions. So if you make it through the exam, the written exams, depending on the school also, you would also have to go for an interview after that, speaking from personal experience. So after your interview, if you make it through that, the process just depends on the school, but that's basically it for school of nursing. I'm just going to put it out there that the pros of going through the school of nursing are not so much. The good thing about school of nursing is just 3 years, depending on the school also, but most schools of nursing take 3 years, strike excluded. My school, there was no strike, no such thing. So 3 years. Then the school of nursing, because most times it's hospital based, there's increased likelihood of you being exposed to clinicals, like your practical. Those that quickly want to travel abroad, because it just takes 3 years, and it's also recognized outside the country, especially in the UK and some other countries. What are the cons of going through this school of nursing route? Well, if you go through school of nursing routes in Nigeria, it is not really valued. Okay, well, a lot of things are not really valued in Nigeria. So another thing is that you graduate with only the RN certificate, so there's nothing else attached to it. You are a registered nurse basically. Also, if you want to further do your masters, it's not really going to be possible for you to do that immediately, except you have a degree before going into school of nursing, just like me. Those are the cons of using it. So going through the university process, that's choosing nursing as your course in your JAM. For this university route, you need almost the same requirements with your school of nursing. Okay, so 5 credits in your maths, English, physics, chemistry, biology. You'd also be needing your JAM. And you need to get a really high score depending on the school. Now, this route has a couple of advantages. One of them is that it is more recognized, as it's a degree course. And also, depending on the school, the university that you attend, you would end up with your RN. That is, after 3 years of being in the program, your school registers you for a council exam. Then when you write it and pass, you get your RN certificate. That's what you get in the previous one I mentioned. You get that. Then you still continue your studies. Then I think the next year you'd be registered for registered midwife exam. If you pass that, you also have your RM. So like that, depending on your school, by the time you're graduating, by the time you finish your 5 years, you'll be graduating with your BSc, your RN, RM, probably registered public health nurse as well. So you might be graduating with like 3-4 certificates. Another advantage is that you can easily just further, you can go to do your master's, you can go ahead to do your master's straight up, like there are no glitches. Another thing is, after your university program, let's go do your internship where you get exposed to the clinical. Then what are the cons, the disadvantage? It is longer. It takes 5 years. 5 years. That's if God is on your side in this country anyway. We've not added strike, we've not added other things. And then you're not exposed to clinicals as much as through the School of Nursing. The only thing that counters that is when you graduate, you do your internship. In my opinion, to wrap this up, if you have a degree, okay, if you already have a degree and you want to travel out of the country, because I know, let's face it, like nursing is hot cake outside the country. So if that's what you want to do, I think a School of Nursing route won't be bad, because you already have a kind of like foundation and then you have something to add to it. So doing your 3 years and getting out of the country, then you can advance if you want to. I feel that's more, I feel the BNSc is better and all of that. I'll be leaving that in the description box. And if you haven't checked out my previous video, please go ahead for you, and more to come. So thank you.